Right now, PS5 is home to some of the greatest RPGs ever made. Whether you love turn-based combat, open worlds, or dark fantasy action, this list has everything you need. Starting off our list, number 1 goes to Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And honestly, this game deserves every bit of attention it gets. Developed by Sandfall Interactive, this turn-based RPG blends classic JRPG structure with real-time action mechanics that keep every battle feeling fresh and intense. You play as a group of expeditioners on a mission to destroy a mysterious entity known as the Paintress, who erases people from existence each year. The world is inspired by Belle Epoque France, dripping in painterly givy and melancholy. Combat rewards skill through parrying and dodging in real time, adding a layer of depth rarely seen in the genre. The story hits hard emotionally, with a cast of characters you genuinely care about from start to finish. Coming in at number 2, Metaphor ReFantazio is a bold and brilliant RPG that feels like the evolution of everything Atlas has built over the years. Set in a fantasy kingdom thrown into political chaos, you play as a young hero trying to change the fate of a dying prince. The game blends dungeon crawling, social simulation, and deeply layered turn-based combat into one cohesive and addictive experience. The archetype system replaces the traditional Persona mechanics, but feels just as rich and strategic. Visually, the game is stunning, with an art direction that feels like a moving storybook. Its themes around prejudice, leadership, and hope make it one of the most meaningful RPGs in recent memory. At number 3, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree is the definitive version of one of the greatest open-world RPGs ever made. From Software expanded the already massive Lands Between with an entirely new region called the Shadow Realm, packed with new weapons, spells, boss encounters, and lore that deepens the already rich mythology of the base game. The expansion is not easy, but that challenge is exactly what makes every victory feel earned and unforgettable. The world design continues to be among the best in the industry, rewarding exploration at every turn, with secrets, shortcuts, and breathtaking vistas. If you have not played Elden Ring yet, this is the best time to jump in. Number 4 belongs to Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2, a game that proves historical open-world RPGs can be just as gripping as any fantasy epic. You return as Henry of Skalitz in 15th century Bohemia, navigating politics, combat, and survival in a world that reacts to your every decision. The combat system has been refined to feel more fluid, without losing its signature depth, and the quest writing remains some of the best in the genre. What makes this game stand out is how committed it is to immersion. Every conversation, every duel, every moral choice feels grounded and real. It is a slow burn that rewards patience and turns into one of the most memorable RPG experiences on the platform. Landing at number 5, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth takes everything that made the remake great and expands it into a sprawling open-world adventure. Cloud and his crew venture beyond the walls of Midgar into a lush and diverse world full of side quests, mini-games, and story content that could easily consume over 100 hours. The combat system remains one of the best in modern RPGs, blending real-time action with tactical commands in a way that never gets old. The story continues to take bold and surprising turns, keeping even fans of the original guessing. Queen's Blood, the in-game card minigame, alone is worth spending hours on. Rebirth is a massive, confident, and emotional RPG achievement. At number 6, Baldurs Gate 3 is simply one of the deepest and most ambitious RPGs ever created. Based on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules, the game offers a level of player freedom that few games can match. From character creation to how you approach every quest, your choices genuinely shape the story in meaningful ways. The turn-based combat is tactical and rewarding, and the writing across all companions and questlines is consistently excellent. With 4 acts, hundreds of hours of content, and a completely different experience depending on your choices, this is a game that keeps on giving. The PS5 version runs beautifully and includes all the polish that came from the PC release. Coming in at number 7, Nioh 3 is Team Ninja's latest and most refined entry in their beloved action RPG series. Released in early 2026 exclusively for PS5, the game returns players to a dark fantasy version of feudal Japan, this time as Miyamoto Musashi, battling through a corrupted Edo period Kyoto. The combat system continues to be one of the most technical and satisfying in the Souls-like genre, offering a wide range of samurai and ninja weapons with deep timing-based mechanics. The game rewards mastery and punishes aggression, creating a tense and thrilling loop that is hard to put down. Team Ninja has clearly learned from every previous entry, and this feels like their most complete work yet. At number 8, God of War Ragnarok delivers one of the most cinematic and emotionally powerful action RPG experiences on PS5. Kratos and Atreus travel across the 9 realms in a story about fatherhood, destiny, and the cost of war. The combat system is deeply satisfying, letting you switch between the Leviathan Axe and Blades of Chaos, while unlocking new skills and abilities throughout. Visually, it is among the most stunning games on the platform, and every major story beat hits with real emotional weight. The boss fights are spectacularly designed, and the companion system adds genuine depth to both gameplay and narrative. This is PlayStation gaming at its absolute best. Number 9 goes to Cyberpunk 2077, a game that had a rough launch but has since transformed into one of the richest and most detailed open-world RPGs available on PS5. Set in the sprawling metropolis of Night City, you play as V, a mercenary navigating a dangerous world of corpopolitics, gangs, and cutting-edge technology. The freedom in how you build your character and approach missions is genuinely impressive, with combat, stealth, and hacking all being viable playstyles. The Phantom Liberty expansion added even more content and a gripping spy thriller narrative that stands among the best in the game. Night City itself remains one of the most alive and immersive open worlds in gaming. Coming in at number 10, The Outer Worlds 2 is a sharp and witty action RPG that delivers on everything fans loved about the original. Set in a brand new star system, you create your own character and navigate a galaxy of morally questionable corporations, rebellious colonists, and bizarre alien worlds. The writing is consistently sharp and funny, with companions that feel fully realized and dialogue choices that actually matter. Combat is smooth and responsive, with a deep build system that rewards experimentation. It is not trying to be the biggest game in the world, but every hour of it is crafted with care and humor. For fans of single-player RPGs with strong narratives, this is essential. At number 11, Ghost of Yotei is a gorgeous and gripping open-world action RPG set in the vast landscapes of early 17th century Ezo, modern-day Hokkaido. You play as Atsu, a fierce and determined warrior on a revenge mission against a brutal outlaw gang. The world is breathtakingly beautiful, with wide-open fields, dense forests, and dramatic mountain vistas, all rendered in stunning detail on PS5. Combat is fluid and technical, rewarding both aggression and patience depending on the enemy you face. The story is tightly written and emotionally engaging, filled with memorable characters and surprising twists. If you loved Ghost of Tsushima, this sequel-adjacent entry takes everything to the next level. Number 12 belongs to Black Myth: Wukong, one of the most visually spectacular action RPGs ever released. Developed by Game Science, this game is based on the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West and follows the Destined One on a quest through mythical landscapes and brutal boss encounters. The combat is fast, fluid, and endlessly satisfied, built around transformation abilities and powerful spell combinations. Boss fights are a constant highlight, each one a memorable and challenging spectacle that tests your reflexes and understanding of the mechanics. The world design is rich with Chinese mythology and stunning environmental detail that pushes the PS5 hardware to its limits. Coming in at number 13, Persona 5 Royal remains one of the definitive JRPG experiences available on PS5. You play as a high school student living a double life as a stylish phantom thief, stealing the corrupted desires from the hearts of abusive adults. The turn-based combat is deep and strategic, built around exploiting enemy weaknesses and chaining powerful follow-up attacks. The social simulation elements are just as engaging, requiring you to manage relationships, part-time jobs, and personal growth across a full school year. With over 100 hours of content, a killer jazz-infused soundtrack, and one of the best casts in RPG history, this is a game that is hard to put down once you start. At number 14, Final Fantasy XVI is a bold and mature reinvention of the beloved franchise. Set in the war-torn world of Valistia, you play as Clive Rossfield, a man driven by tragedy and revenge across a sweeping political fantasy narrative. The combat abandons turn-based mechanics entirely in favor of fast and flashy real-time action, with massive icon battles that are some of the most visually impressive sequences in any RPG. The story is darker and more grounded than previous entries, tackling themes of slavery, power, and sacrifice without pulling punches. It is not for everyone, but as a pure spectacle-driven action RPG with a strong narrative backbone, it delivers in a big way. Number 15 goes to Hogwarts Legacy, a game that finally delivers the Wizarding World RPG that fans have dreamed of for years. Set in the 1800s, well before the events of the Harry Potter books, you create your own student and explore a fully realized open-world Hogwarts and the surrounding magical landscape. The spell combat system is creative and satisfying, letting you mix and match abilities to suit your playstyle. Exploring Hogwarts itself is a constant delight, packed with secrets, hidden rooms, and nods to the wider lore. With a solid main questline and dozens of hours of side content, this is a genuinely impressive open-world RPG that stands on its own merits beyond the franchise name. Coming in at number 16, Dragon Age The Veilguard is a sweeping fantasy RPG that brings BioWare back to form in a meaningful way. You play as Rook, a customizable hero working alongside the legendary Grey Wardens and other factions to stop ancient elven gods from breaking free and reshaping the world. The companion system is one of the best in the series, offering deeply written relationships with a diverse and memorable cast. Combat blends real-time action with tactical pausing, giving you control over both your hero and your party. The world is rich with lore, moral complexity, and difficult choices that shape the outcome of the story. It is a confident and emotionally resonant return to one of RPG gaming's best franchises. Number 18 goes to Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a fantastic action RPG sequel that expands on everything the first game established. You return as Cal Kestis, a Jedi on the run from the Empire, as he uncovers a mystery tied to the ancient past of the Force. The combat adds new lightsaber stances that dramatically change how each encounter feels, keeping the gameplay fresh across the entire campaign. The exploration is more open-ended this time, with dense and rewarding planets to traverse and secrets to uncover. The story takes some genuinely bold turns, and the final act delivers some of the most exciting sequences in any Star Wars game. It is a must-play for both fans of the franchise and action RPG enthusiasts alike. Coming in at number 19, Horizon Forbidden West is a stunning open-world action RPG that expands the world of Aloy in dramatic fashion. Set in the lush and dangerous post-apocalyptic America, the game introduces massive new regions, new machine types, and a deeper narrative tied to the mystery of the dying world. Combat is deeply satisfying, layering weapon variety, elemental weaknesses, and environmental tactics into encounters that never feel repetitive. The world is packed with things to discover, from hidden ruins to tribal settlements, all brought to life with some of the best visual design on PS5. If you have not spent time in this world yet, this is one of the most polished open-world RPG experiences on the platform. At number 20, Monster Hunter Wilds represents a massive leap forward for Capcom's beloved action RPG franchise. The living ecosystem of the Forbidden Lands reacts dynamically to weather, time, and player activity, creating a world that feels genuinely alive in a way no previous Monster Hunter has managed. Weapon variety remains as rich and deep as ever, with each of the 14 weapon types offering a completely unique playstyle and skill ceiling. Hunts flow more naturally now, with seamless transitions between areas, removing the loading screens that once interrupted the experience. The co-op is as addictive as always, and the endgame content provides hundreds of hours of meaningful progression for dedicated hunters. Number 21 goes to Demon Souls, the stunning PS5 launch remake that still holds up as one of the best Souls-likes on the platform. Developed by Bluepoint Games, this is a complete rebuild of From Software's 2009 classic, rebuilt from the ground up with breathtaking visual fidelity that showcases exactly what PS5 hardware is capable of. The dark fantasy world of Boletaria is dense with atmosphere, lore, and punishing but fair combat encounters that reward patience and precision. The Archstone structure creates a non-linear experience where you choose your own path through the game's interconnected kingdoms. Even years after launch, it remains a technical and artistic achievement that belongs in every PS5 library. Coming in at number 22, Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess is one of the most creative and underrated games in recent Capcom history. This action RPG fuses intense hack-and-slash combat with real-time strategy and tower defense mechanics in a way that feels completely fresh. You play as So, a warrior guiding and protecting a divine maiden through villages corrupted by malevolent spirits. During the day, you assign villagers to defensive roles and build your strategy. At night, the attacks begin, and you must fight through waves of terrifying yokai enemies while managing your formation. It is layered, challenging, and deeply satisfying once the mechanics click into place, and its art direction, rooted in Japanese folklore, is absolutely stunning. At number 23, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is a masterfully crafted Metroidvania that revived one of gaming's classic franchises with style and confidence. Set on the mythical Mount Koth, you play as Sargon, a young warrior from an elite group called the Immortals, as he navigates a massive interconnected world filled with enemies, puzzles, and platforming challenges. The combat is tight and expressive, with enough depth in its parry and combo system to satisfy both casual and hardcore players. What makes this game special is how thoughtfully designed the exploration is, with clever map tools and visual cues that make the experience feel intuitive without removing the sense of discovery. It is one of the best Metroidvanias in years. Number 24 is Octopath Traveler 2, a beautiful and deeply satisfying JRPG that improves on its predecessor in almost every way. The game follows 8 travelers from different walks of life across a richly detailed world, with each character offering their own unique story, job class, and gameplay mechanics. The HD 2D art style remains one of the most distinctive and gorgeous visual presentations in modern gaming, blending pixel art with detailed lighting and depth of field effects. The turn-based combat is strategic and rewarding, built around exploiting weaknesses and breaking enemy shields at the right moment. With over 60 hours of content and 8 fully realized narratives to experience, this is a must-play for any JRPG fan. Closing out our list at number 25, the first Berserker Khazan is a brutal and visually striking Souls-like that brings a unique cel-shaded anime aesthetic to the genre. Based on the Dungeon and Fighter universe, you play as Khazan, a legendary general stripped of everything and forced to fight his way back from the brink of death. The combat is fast, combo-heavy, and deeply technical, with massive and cinematic boss encounters that stand among the best in any recent Souls-like. The Duck Fantasy tone and emotionally driven narrative centered on vengeance give it a sense of purpose that elevates it beyond a pure gameplay exercise. For fans of challenging action RPGs with serious style, this one is absolutely not to be missed.